Yo, what's going on? It's your boy BLK, back again with another episode of The Blacklist. Now, what's up, people? Happy New Year and all them things again. We know it's 2019. I'm hoping everybody had a great New Year celebration. Trust me, my one was so lit. But in the process, guess what? Man managed to get a new style of trim. It's got a bit fuzzy now. Compared to when I first got it, but trust me, I'm telling you, when I first got it, dog, the thing was on fleek. I'm not gonna lie, and my hairline stopped buffering for a while. It's still got a little, maybe like 98.9%, just these little baby hairs, but we happy that the hairline's back in effect. I want to thank all the barbers who made a concerted effort to actually get my hairline back and restore it. I want to thank the barber, my barber John, who ironically works at a barber's called Johnny in Finsbury Park, for giving me the gem that was to get castor oil and to start rubbing that shit in my headpiece. If you go back to my pictures from a couple years ago, my hairline was looking messy. A couple barbers have tried to take it back to 1982, and yeah, I'm just so happy it's come back now. But anyway, on another note, I got asked a question this week about artists, one of my favorite artists, the artist that everybody knows, and the question was, do you think Drake is a beg? This question stumped me a little bit because I don't know, I didn't know how to respond. It kind of caught me off guard in a way that I didn't know what to say, like what was the appropriate answer. Obviously, Drake's one of my favorite artists, and I'm not trying to diss that man in the slightest, do you feel what I'm saying? But then at the same time, I couldn't understand the merits of why somebody thought that he was a beg friend. If you think about it, yeah, in the last few years, Drake has been out from time. Like, I'm talking, Drake's been an artist 15 years strong, like, facts. First 5 years of Drake's career, and I don't know the exact timeline, but before he signed with Young Money, and then when he signed with Young Money, Drake was he was that guy, innit? Now, in years of late, I think with Drake, things have changed because naturally, every artist has to keep themselves relevant. I mean, you can't really hate on Drake because he's not the only person that does this. Every artist has to keep themselves relevant, and he's not the only person that does this. Recently, though, if you think of every single genre of music, whether it be Afrobeats, whether it be Latin music, whether it be kind of like the trap shit, whether it's R&B soul, the person who is one of the most popping in any of those fields, Drake has been on. And now, like, I get this question from a lot of people in the UK because, for example, he did a Link Up TV special, and like, Drake is not from the UK, but insists on a lot of his tracks to use this UK accent that I don't know who taught him. I don't know if it's because he can't pronounce some of the words properly. I can't, like, categorically say to you that, like, I don't feel he's begging somewhat, but at the same time, I do kind of understand what he's doing, but I understand why people misinterpret it for begging. I was watching a track with him, it's called Mia, yesterday, and it was his Latin track, and I was thinking, it's true, like, you know, there he is speaking Spanish on the track. I never knew Drake spoke Spanish, I never knew he had that in him to speak Spanish, but there he is with another guy, Latin artist, speaking Spanish. Even though he executes it like a boss, like he always does, Drake always executes like a boss. You give him something to work with musically and he's gonna knock it out the park no matter what genre. It's very overt now, it's obvious that he's using all these people, which is what some people call begging, but using all these people to kind of get clout in these different markets and these different areas and these different patches of land, you know, whether it's the South American market, whether it's the UK market. He's using the most significant figure or very significant figures in those industries at the time to then go and get himself known. The reason why Drake's not a beg to me, and let me break it down, is because you can't be a beg if you bring a lot to the table. For me, the definition of a beg is somebody who comes and is like, yo, okay, I know I ain't got no shine, I'm an artist, nothing's happened for me, and I want to rap on your tune, you know, so I can just get a share of your audience. It's basically like a guy who's on, you know, YouTube and he's releasing videos but no one's taking notice, go into like Octavian, for example, and saying, right, I want to be on a track with you, and Octavian hasn't known him from day. That's a beg. That's somebody who's seen shine and wants shine and is trying to take your shine and take it and make it their own. It's trying to use you as a a ladder to propel them into the limelight. With Drake, the difference is, I don't think he is. Because you name any artist that is your favorite artist right now in the world, like no matter what genre, unless they had a personal vendetta, you ask that person, do you want to make a tape with Drake? Do you want to make a song with Drake? Do you want to make any type of music with Drake? What's the answer going to be? There ain't no one in this world. There's no one in this world is capping. No one in this world is going to be like, nah, I'm not going to make a song with Drake. Reason being, he's bringing his own clout to the table. Drake is an entity unto himself. And he's got a following that he's built himself with his own music. Also the following that he's built by being in collaborations with all these other people. So you can't be a beg if you're bringing that to the table. There's no artist in this world that won't want to work with Drake. So whilst it may not be right, and whilst people may clearly see the tactic that he's using to infiltrate these different markets, really, is it wrong? Is it wrong when he's helping these artists? I mean, for every artist that he gets on with, he makes a music video, whatever he does, it goes on TV, they're made, even for their fans, but then there's a whole new set of fans that are gonna start fucking with them. And that's the benefit of working with somebody like Drake. That's the benefit of just being in a fucking photo with the guy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So for all you man that think Drake's a beg, it's like, calm yourself. Okay, cool, we know he's appropriate in different cultures and different areas, but at the end of the day, he's a product, he's a hot commodity. It's in his label's interest and in his own personal interest to keep himself fresh and new, and you gotta connect with the new and what's popping now to really keep your name there. I mean, like Kanye, Jay-Z, all of them do it. I have major respect, especially for Jay-Z. I have utmost respect for him as a man, as a black man, and to see the success that he's made. But let's call a spade a spade. He begged too. He's been on bare people's albums, and just because he can walk through the door and be like, right, I'm Jay-Z, he's done it. Right, I'm Jay-Z, I want to be on this song, I want a verse from you, so I'm gonna make a verse from you, and then I'm gonna make you revered as this guy. He's done it. He's used that same model. It's a model that everyone uses in music. Now, just because Drake's in the media now and he's still quite young and doing this is why we call him a beg. But conclusively, I do not think he's a beg. I just think he's doing everything that the music industry says he should do. I think he's doing the right tactic and he's engaging with different audiences that he had no access to. If you think Drake's a beg, fair play to you. I don't know, but I'm going off that. And plus, I like him as an artist, so I fuck with him. He said the magic words that he's going to be making music with Chris Brown. And when you say that to me, you're good, you're golden. I'm looking forward to that collab. And you know what? If that is the product of him begging, may he continue to beg in Jesus' name. Amen. Talking of begging and using young people's clouts, let's talk about Gucci Gang. That's a thing now. Gucci Gang is a thing now. It's apparently a collaborative trio between SMOKEPURPP, Lil Pump, and Gucci Mane. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on it, because what do you think? Do we want that? Is that something people are looking forward to, or is that something you could be like, nah, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on that one. I'm not feeling it myself personally. I'm not. I just don't understand why Gucci Mane needs to be rapping with SMOKEPURPP and Lil Pump. There's 21 Savage, there's Meek Mill, there's Drake, there's A Boogie. There's so many people that you can make a collaborative group with. You're Gucci Mane. You are one of the most respected rappers and trappers, so you've got a double benefit of being appealing to two markets, to two types of audiences, whoever. You've done collaborations with Bruno Mars, you've done collaborations with Kodak Black. I mean, they make sense. But why this? I don't hate Lil Pump, I don't hate SMOKEPURPP, but I feel like their audience is set. They know what they're doing. The way that they're rappers, they're like rock star kind of rappers. They don't really rap. I fuck with some of the Lil Pump songs because I could turn up to it. That's the turn up music. That's like the turn up rock star kind of rap shit. But Gucci Mane, it's the OG trap art. It's the streets. It's Gucci. You know, that's what I know him. I don't know if that crosses over for me. And I just don't see why you want to go to a festival like a band, because people are going to start expecting an album, going to start expecting a mixtape, they're going to start expecting you to continuously work. And maybe I'm being pessimistic about this one, but I just don't see the collaboration resulting in decent bodies of work. I just don't think that these guys are going to be able to make the music that's going to make me be like, wow, okay, this was worth it. I may be wrong, because in their own right, they're all good artists, but I just don't think it's one. I would want to see. I'd like to hear you guys' opinions. Do you think Gucci's clout chasing here? Because he's the one who's older and may not have as much buzz as Smoke and Lil Pump. So do you think he's clout chasing here, trying to get onto their stuff? And what do you think? Would you want to hear music from them as a trio, or would you think, nah, allow it? Okay, now so it's time for track of the week. 3 tracks for you this week. I'm gonna start off with Demons and Angels by A Boogie with a Hoodie and Juice WRLD. Now, Juice WRLD is gonna keep appearing in all my tracks of the week. I don't know, like, his voice is hard, and I've said this before, but A Boogie's album Hoodie Season, it's a track off there, and I think that album's one of the great albums that was released in the last year. It's got 6 collabs, 6 solo tracks from A Boogie on it, but this track is my favorite track on the whole tape. Everybody's talking about the one with Tekashi 6ix9ine swerving, but for me this is the one that stands out because no matter where I play I like it. The kind of, I don't know, thought pattern of the chorus and what they're talking about. Demons and angels hang with us. We got the trappers, we got the riders, we got the good people, do you know what I mean? Like, we're in the middle. I think it kind of cements their positions as guys who don't really lean to either side. And they're not telling you I'm gonna kill you, but they're not telling you I'm an angel either. I like this tune because it's got a mellow vibe, a nice beat, and the chorus is real catchy. And it comes off a good body of work, which I fuck with, from A Boogie, and that's his Hoodie Season album. So yeah, the first track of the week is Demons and Angels by Juice WRLD and A Boogie with a Hoodie. Second track of the week is Wow by Post Malone. Thank you, Post Malone. You did promise you were going to release a track before the end of 2018, and you just got that in there, like about 2 or 3 days before New Year's. You just managed to get a track out, and the track bangs. It's got that old school vibe, like, you know, the New Boys. It makes me want to reject. This is not the reject, by the way. This is sledding more. You can tell it's not really want to be one of those that ends up on his album and it's not going to win him a Grammy and stuff like that. But fair play to a guy who said he's going to release a track and releases a track and then releases a banging track. And really, Post Malone's voice, you can't really go wrong. I don't really think I hear much from him that I don't like. You feel me? It's my track of the week, and that is Wow from Post Malone. Third track of the week is Gun Lean by Rush, and I wasn't gonna do it, I wasn't gonna give into it, which is why it's coming late. I wasn't gonna give into it, but you can't help it. I don't know, it's just, I've now heard the track in different scenarios, and this one thing for me is like, it's one thing hearing it in your ears, and sometimes there are tracks I don't like when I hear it on my own in my ears, but then as soon as you go to a rave and you see the energy it creates, it's like, you'll be hating if you're not gonna fuck with it. You'll be hating if you're saying, nah, I can't do this. And it's like when you see everyone just like, hey, hey, in the rave. The dance, it was one of those things, I resisted it, but it's infectious and it's catchy, and the tune's catchy, and then I'll even be doing the Michael Jackson twist up your leg. But the thing is, it just shows again that if you could create a dance to go with a decent track, you're pretty much half the way there if people start to catch on to the dance. It's a tried and tested formula. The first one I saw of it was Soulja Boy's You, then Whip and Nene. All these tracks that come out with a significant dance, Millie Rock, they all bust in it. And to mix drill and dancing, I kind of got to give it to the guy, because there's probably a lot of people who didn't want to see that happening. So for me, third track of the week is Rush and it's Gun Lean. So that concludes the blacklist for this week. Until I'm back with another episode, keep safe, keep enjoying 2019, and let's all get it, people. Let's get it. This is our year. This is our year. Hey, this is ours. So let's get it. But anyway, tune in when I'll be back with some more musical thoughts for you next week.